There he is, and it looks like he has some documents in his mouth. Mr. Mingles, drop it. Oh, I better follow him until he drops everything to make sure he doesn't swallow more evidence.
Alright everybody, this is chapter 25 of the game. No matter who the culprit of the game is, this is going to be chapter 25. Chasing Mr. Mingles in the garden. It's pretty simple, just walk around the garden trying to find Mr. Mingles, and then follow after him. Alright, I can see him now. Hey, Mr. Mingles! Why don't you stop for a second? Come on, Mr. Mingles, stop running. Oh, come on, Mr. Mingles, stop running! Eventually, he stops, and when this happens, you pick up a piece of evidence. Now, there are 5 rooms in this game. When you play through this game, you are only going to visit 4 of them. Each room has a piece of evidence, and the evidence that Mr. Mingles has is the evidence from the 5th room, the room that you don't go through. I hope that makes sense. The piece of evidence that you find from Mr. Mingles will belong to the room that you will not go to. So you get the evidence, but you don't go to the room. That way you will make sure, that way the game makes sure you find all 5 pieces of evidence. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And like I said, this is always chapter 25. In the next video, things are going to get back to normal. I think we're going to pick up with chapter 28 or something like that. And come on, Mr. Mingles, we're almost finished.
I need to put this together and see what Mr. Mingles was carrying in his mouth.
And you have a slight puzzle. Just put all these pieces of paper together to find out what the piece of evidence reads. And that will end this chapter. Let me see. I bet I can solve this. Alright, looking good. Okay, so this piece of evidence is about Joanna Brown.
That was interesting. Where did you find this document, Mr. Mingles? Mr. Mingles? Uh-oh, he disappeared again.
And Joanna Brown is the culprit who spends time in the waste room, so we know that Nancy is not going to the waste room. I mean, she doesn't have to go to the waste room to find evidence about Joanna Brown. She has the evidence right here. Does that make sense? I really hope that makes sense. In any case, in the next video, like I said, things will get back to normal.
Nancy Drew, in case you were wondering, Mr. Mingles was just spotted in the lab room.
The next video will be chapter 28, when things get back to normal. So stay tuned for chapter 28.